Welcome back to Monster Train, everybody. And now we've gotten a win under a belt with the last run. It's time to try and go back to some expert challenges, try and knock those off the board. And I think I've tried most of these at this point. The one I want to return to is the Fragile Collection. See if I can actually do this correctly. Last time I embarrassed myself pretty badly by playing poorly into it, so we'll see if we can do better than that. So of course this means our first friendly unit summon each turn gets fragile, but we get extra collectors and extra upgrade slots, so it's pretty nice if we can just deal with this downside. And I think the last time I tried... I know I did Umbra as part of it, just because Morsel's eating up the fragile is very good, and I think I did Melting Remnant as well. If I remember right, I used the Melting Remnant Little Fade Champion, since that's one you don't necessarily mind dying. So that's the gimmick I sort of went with last time. I don't know if this is necessarily what I want to be doing, but it makes some amount of sense. I could see the Shardtail Queen and her Implings being a reasonable choice as well. Just having those Imps there in the early game to eat up the fragility. It's just the first friendly unit that gets summoned, so once you set up through the initial phases, you're kind of fine. So I could see this being a reasonable choice as well, maybe something along these lines. Having a combination of Imps and Shade Splitters to absorb the fragility. It does run into space issues a little bit, but yeah, maybe I'll try that rather than going back to the Melting Remnant. Well, try something a little different, see if we can do it with this combination. Let's see, I could even try to reverse it maybe. I don't like the Plinks though, and I don't think Penumbra's that good of a champion, so I think I'd rather stick with doing it in this direction. So let's give this a go and see if we can avoid being too fragile to win here. Alright, and we got Serve the Patient, so attacks right away. That's pretty rough. Though we should have, again, these guys to jump in the way of those hits, hopefully. Let's see, 2 Hidden Passages, 2 Space Prisms is actually a pretty strong opening that solves a lot of the issues that this combination has, and March of Shields can be good as well. And yeah, of course, we know all about these modifiers. So... Damage Shield 2 to the first friendly unit summoned each turn is pretty interesting. Versus the Drop Cage, let's see, so Fragile. If they lose health, they die. Okay, so this does counteract Fragile to some extent, so it could be good. Definitely something that could be strong against the boss. So I don't mind that. The Drop Cage, though, is pretty decent as well. We have these Hidden Passages already, and it's possible to get good Descend with this combination of clans as well. So I think I'm actually going to go with the Drop Cage here. Alright, let's see what champion upgrade we can pick up. Okay, so cheaper Imps and getting Imps each turn, or just Rally. This is always a tough one because, again, the combination tends to be the best thing you can do, but I'll probably just go for this. I've been starting with this and kind of liking it, just making sure you have that steady stream of Imps coming in, especially with the sacrificial thing here, so pick that one up and see what we can do from there. Enemies each floor. We're not great against that. We only have the Queen's Implings as direct damage, but the amount of damage that they deal just isn't that great, so I think it's worth taking just for the money, even if we don't kill any of them, really. Okay, we drew a lot of Imps, that's good. Definitely want to play one of those before we play the Queen, gotta remember that. Beyond that, I think I'm fine with setting up on the top floor, given that we have the Space Prism here, so let's just do so. We'll extend this floor, play the Queen, and just play some more Implings. So maybe I should have played one on a different floor, because now I don't have room to deploy another one, so it's hard to actually get these guys killed, but oh well. so here, would I rather do the Impling or one of the Train Steward, or excuse me, a Shade Splitter or an Impling? I think the Impling makes more sense. So I'll go with the Impling and 2 Train Stewards, just do some damage. Missing the Collector, obviously not great, but it is what it is. Alright, there's extra Collectors, of course. Let's see, so we have a Shade Splitter and an Impling as options. We have 2 Hidden Passages. So ascending this will daze it, and that'll just kill it straight up, so that's definitely worth doing. And then... can I do anything to this Collector? That would be fun. I could March of Shields it, that's kind of an interesting idea, but probably not correct. Though, let's see. I guess if I Hidden Passage displays Daze 2, so it will just end up going to Pyre and dying on the next turn. I think that actually works. So we'll do that, and then... oh right, this is cheaper here, so I could play this up here if I wanted to, and then still play the Shade Splitter maybe. Let's see what we can get here. That's pretty nice. Although this guy's gonna die here shortly. Yeah, let's try it like so anyway. And then I guess I'll extend this floor to maybe try and stick another Steward here. Okay, how are we doing here? Not amazing. I can play another Impling. Does something, but not that much. And I mean, I get to play everything else. I may as well see what's in these boxes. Alright, we'll just see. Let's give this a damage shield, perhaps. Then play a Steward there, and this can just die. That's fine. Take a little bit of damage here. That's okay. Definitely need to find some direct damage going forward. Just our deck didn't start with anything in that department. Okay. I think I just play some Shade Splitters here rather than playing any decent passages, and we hope that the Queen does an okay job. So we find. Alright, well. Certainly want to play an Impling. That does something at least. Get the weight out of here. Shade Split. Let's see. Interesting. I was thinking about using the March of Shields, which sort of negates the benefit of the morsel here. So what I might actually want to do is apply this shield first and then play a morsel in the front, but either way we're winning here, so that's fine. Okay, we took 10, not amazing, but you know, it's something we can deal with. Let's see, there's more Imps as an option. Ritual of Battle doesn't look too incredible at the moment. I'll probably want to pick up the Molting Imp. Again, we need ways to target stuff in the back, so that's a fine one. And Mind Collapse, sort of similar. I like Space Prism and Packed Morsels well enough, but again, we just need more ways to target backline stuff, so we'll pick the Mind Collapse. Not a card I love, but it'll do here. And we'll go to the Merchant of Steel and try to pick up a unit we can try and improve here. Okay, Rage attacking Quick. Quick's not usually great this early, but we'll see what we can do. Okay, we get either a Horned Warrior or a Rail Beater. Not a terrific fan of either of these things, but I guess I'll take the Horned Warrior. Give it some extra attack. Alright, we had extra upgrade slots as well. Forgotten about that. I think I'll reroll here, see if I can't find something nice. Large Stone on a Horned Warrior makes it sort of like a Demon Fiend stats. It's interesting. Makes it take up 3 slots, but we do have these hidden passages, so moving stuff around isn't a huge issue. You know what? Let's give it a shot. Why not? And then I could either give it a little bit more of everything, or maybe now that it's a big creature, I'll save for like a quicker multi-strike or something. Okay, well, let's see how that goes. Unit's getting stronger. We have a haste granter as well. And it's a little bit tough. Was it granting us a unit draft? I wonder how relevant that is. I feel like we may have to skip here. There's just a good chance we're not going to be able to kill all these clergymen in time. And them getting through and hitting the pyre for a bunch of damage is pretty bad. Whereas if they're just getting through and hitting for 1, it doesn't matter too much. So go and keep that one off. Okay. Almost played this first. That would have been tragic, but let's not do that. Let's play the Queen's Infling instead. Then I'll deploy this guy at the top. And I guess the Queen still goes on the bottom, maybe? To try and make the Imps cheaper. Yeah. And I'll play one of these back here. It'll get us a kill as well. Okay, so Molting Imp, obviously pretty insane here, just clears the floor for us. So let's do that. Then we can play one of these here for money, and play Shade Splitter, just up here for energy. And no, the rest of this does a whole lot. I guess I can save 1 health, why not? Okay, we're already on the respite. Let's maybe extend space here. We'll put a train steward. Oh, not there. That's a bad place for Shade Splitter too. Well, I'll still do this, I guess, to eat up the fragile. I'll do one of these, and I'll play you in the middle, sure. That was a sweep loss, right? Of course. So really, this Horned Warrior is the only thing that matters a whole lot, but in the meantime, I can play a couple of Imps here, just for some damage. I guess I'll extend this floor in case I want to get something played there next time. Unfortunately, we can't get rid of the Infiltrator, so that sucks. Get these guys out of here. But we should be okay. Yeah, we're killing here, so it's fine. Alright. Another Molting Imp. Fortify, probably not too excited about Welder Helper. Yeah, we don't have a good way to get rid of it at the moment either, so I'll take another Molting Imp. Really would prefer spells, but you know, the Imps will do. And here on Entumber Assault, similar things. Now we have like 4 ways to hit the back. That's a little bit better, excuse me. And I do want more units, so I'll probably go for the banner here as well as the merchant. We have lots of upgrade slots as well, so that should be pretty good. Let's see what we can find here. Endless could be interesting on one of the Imps, perhaps, and then some stones. Okay, we can pick up an actual Demon Fiend now, though we don't have great ways to deploy that, unfortunately. So I might just go for the Alpha Fiend. Not much of a tank, but pretty strong DPS. Maybe we can try and build up some sort of massive floor on like floor 3 with the Horned Warrior and the Alpha Fiend. Let's see if we can pick up. So do I want Endless on something like a Molting Imp, for example? It also has other upgrade slots, so we could potentially give it some extra things as well. I think that might be interesting. Let's give it a shot. Especially since we can play it for free. And given the extra upgrade slots, I'm tempted to just go ahead and put something like a Battlestone on here. just to spend our cash. See what's in the cave. Okay. This is all interesting, to be sure. Is Heartless any good here? We're not likely to be healing with this combination, right? No, never mind. Umbra has lifesteal, so we don't want Heartless. Since one of these two, health is like fine, but we don't even have full slots to anything. I'm actually okay with picking up the Blood for Blood here. We're occasionally ascending stuff up there, and stuff will leak through, so I think that'll end up sort of paying for itself. And let's see, do I want to put this on maybe the Endless Imp? That might be okay, sure. Let's give it a go. Of course, 2 seconds later I'm realizing that might be sort of pointless with the fragility debuff, but if it gets fragile, it gets fragile. It's endless, it's fine. We have double exploding barrels. Okay. So we do want to go, I think, Horned Warrior Alpha Fiend at the top using our elevator ability. So in the meantime, let's wipe out this floor, play the Queen on the bottom, and I'll play one of these but save room for one more, and then get the Alpha Fiend played here, I think, because I do want to make sure the Alpha Fiend's in the back. Okay, that's a little bit unfortunate, though we can kill it with a Impling maybe. Might be worthwhile, just to prevent all that damage. Yeah, that seems fine. Let's go play that with Fragile, then we'll play the Horned Warrior, of course, and let's see. Do I play Train Steward now? Because we're looking to send this guy anyway. Yeah, let's put this guy up here as just a meat shield, rather than playing Shade Splitter. Alright. It's already useful, so that's good. Let's see, we don't need space here. We could maybe use more space on the bottom, or we could do this at the top just to, again, deploy an imp up here to kill the explosive, which might also be fine. Yeah, I think I'm okay with doing it that way, so let's go with this, this. Then we'll definitely play one imp here. And I guess just a couple of Shade Splitters. Oh, these are not incredible. I'll actually put that in the front then. Wow. Not drawing these hidden passages is a little bit unfortunate, but we did draw our Endless Imp, which will help. Let's see what else we can do. These guys are not doing amazing for us, so I want to eliminate one of them, I think. I could also kill this and then play the imp up there, but I definitely want to do the AoE down here, so that's making sense. Let's do this. Then, sure, I'll give this that one. And I want this to be fragile. Let's see. The boss is coming soon, so I guess not. So we'll make... Oh wait, I already used the fragility, so I can play this first regardless. Just kill everything. We can play a morsel. And sure, let's play an impling, can extend the space a little bit. Okay, there's the hidden passages finally, so we'll definitely want to play one of those up here. Then I guess just play a bunch of imps. Those are just kind of free. The bomb doesn't matter here, so I guess we'll Mind Collapse, that thing, and sure, let's do that. Let's see, do I want to ascend this? It doesn't net us health, actually. It'll get one attack off, it will heal for 5, so that seems fine. Okay, here comes the boss. Alright, well, let's see, hidden passage. Yeah, let's ascend the tank out of here, then play an imp. And let's see, I can, I guess, eliminate the imp in case any of this is better, which I guess playing a morsel miner is probably slightly better. Something like that, sure. And do all that. Alright, and I can play the imp again. Oh, it's even stronger because of the buff it received, so that's nice. Obviously need to play something else first, so let's go ahead and deploy one of these, then we'll play him. Yeah, just give this 10 more armor. And yep, that's good enough. Fantastic. Alright, that didn't go too badly. Let's see. So, double rage. We don't have any synergies with rage at the moment, I don't believe. We could try to set up for the raging imps eventually and try to do something with that, but seems like a bit of a far-fetched plan with no other synergies. Armor, similarly, we don't have any good ways to gain armor at the moment. So I'll take the alloy, that's just a lot of armor for 1 energy. I'm a big fan of that card. Okay, Consumer of Crowns, Shadow Gorger, Rail Beater. All interesting options. The Shadow Eater could sort of help us solve the AoE issue, even though the Molting Imp already does that reasonably well, so maybe that's not that big of a concern. So it's a question of, is Consumer of Crowns something that we can reasonably do? We have quite a few imps, but it's hard to keep them all alive, necessarily. So I don't know if that's something I'm interested in. Rail Beater could be a fine pickup, it's just something to throw in front of the Horned Warrior for a top floor, and then, you know, starting to elevator things up above. So I think I'm just gonna grab a sort of generic tank here. And do I want energy, perhaps? Let's see. With the Imps being free, energy is maybe not that big of a concern. We have Alpha Fiend as an expensive unit, but that's it. Everything else is just 1. So I guess that's not really a big concern. I could see taking capacity. We have the Space Prisms to already improve it somewhat, but the Queen definitely likes being able to put some stuff in front of it. We could also take draw, just always good to have extra draw. I think I'll settle with draw here, but it's actually one where there's a lot of viable options to me. Okay, so we have our last chance at a unit with this Umbra Banner, or we can go to the Duplicate actually and duplicate one of our existing units, probably this Horned Warrior if I had to guess. So how excited am I about Umbra units? It's either something that deals with generating morsels or something that consumes them usually. And we don't have a lot of ways to generate them outside the Shade Splitters, so the consumers, the Gorgers, I mean, aren't so good. So maybe this is going to be a mostly Hellhorn run at this point. So then the question is, do I want another 3-slot Horned Warrior, or am I just okay with having what I have now? Maybe I want a Rail Beater as a thing to sit in front of the Shardtail Queen, in addition to the Imps. This also comes with a remove, which is not bad. So I might just go this way. The remove's really strong. We don't need the health too much. And the Merchant of Magic, we don't have a lot of money for it, but there's definitely some spells that could use improvement. So let's go this way, and we'll see whether the Umbra unit is something we care about or not. there's a good chance we end up skipping it. Okay, cost reduction and magic power, totally fine. Let's definitely remove 2 of these stewards. Upgrade our queen. Yeah, with the rally upgrade is pretty good, I think. More so than adding fledgling imps. And then let's see what we got here. Morsel Maker versus Alloyed Construct. Yeah, the Construct in particular is going to be a really hard one to keep going. We just don't have that many ways to make morsels, so I don't think that's what I want. The Morsel Master's okay. It'll occasionally do stuff. It only takes up 1 spot, so I can maybe sit it with the Shardtail Queen, and it's pretty inoffensive, basically. And sometimes generates some value, so I guess I'll pick it up. But it's not incredible. Alright, 10 magic power on either of these is actually pretty good. Let's just cast this for 0 to generate energy, which is a big deal, and it lets us just get morsels out of this a little bit more reliably. Which is more important? It's a good question. I think I'll go for the Mind Collapse. And then do a cost reduction on Hidden Passage. I'm usually happy to play this either on one of my own units or an enemy. Okay, moving on. Spell Shield 2 on these guys. They mostly have high health, so the fact they're spell shielded... Actually, wait, we have like no damage spells, huh? So no, this just doesn't matter. Alright, so I'll happily turn this on and get some extra money. Okay, top floor being smaller is a little bit of an issue. It's gonna make ascending things correctly a bit harder, but there's not much I can do about that at the moment, so... yeah, we'll just start deploying on the bottom. Start with a... I can play this for free afterwards, so start with the Shade Splitter, I guess. And just play that. Yeah, I'll play that first, then I can go Queen and Impling. And then I'll deploy the Alpha Fiend still down here, because I still don't want it to tank. Alright, drew a whole lot of stuff here. Oh boy, this is going to be a tricky one. Okay, the Impling has to probably get played first and eat up the debuff. This Mind Collapse can make us energy afterwards off the Collector as well, which is great. So I can deploy all 3 of these guys and still do something. I guess... yeah, I guess we'll have to have the Horned Warrior at the front, unfortunately, which is fine. So we'll go Rail Beater on this floor, Horned Warrior on this floor, and then play a Morsel Master here, I think. That lets me Mind Collapse. Then Shade Split and Nations. That's a pretty good turn. And let's see, these guys are hitting for 2 and 2. So I can play 2 of these in the front here. Oh, now this is eating the morsels. So maybe I should have played that behind the queen. Just the queen's getting the morsels, but in this case they're health, so it's not too big of a deal anyway. Alright, well we got our first hidden passage, that's useful. Let's see what we want to do with this other stuff. So I would like to continue playing some sort of morsels here, though it is... maybe that's not even that good since it doesn't affect our rallies. Maybe I'm better off just playing Imps when I think about it. Ooh, this is tough. I definitely want to extend the space. And I definitely want to ascend this guy. Well, maybe I want to ascend this one first, because we're going to get our other ascend soon, so I'd rather make sure this is furthest back. It shouldn't die in the meantime, so let's actually do it this way. And then I can maybe play some imps up here, like a train steward or something, that would be fine. Let's go 1 imp to eat the fragile, then the AoE imp, and then, yeah, I'll do this. And then up here, let's just play a train steward to eat a hit. Alright, there's the other hidden passage, so we'll gladly ascend the Fiend, make this a super floor. And in the meantime, start deploying a couple more imps. I can even kill one of these. Oh wow, that's incredible. Okay, probably 1-2 of these. And then let's just give you more armor, I guess. And I'm actually gonna let this sit in the deck. It's good enough, I think. Alright, well, there's no reason to extend up here, so we'll just continue extending this floor. And I think just play... these weren't very good hits. Do I want 4 more energy for next time? It's not likely to do that much. I think 2 more is probably sufficient, so... let's play 1 imp. And then that... Let's get rid of these. Let's get rid of you. What are we doing here? Okay, we're already killing here, so don't need to worry about too much. So I can play some more imps. Alright, made 200 bucks off of that, including the trial bonus. That's nice. Fire Chomper, not too interesting. We're not really running into energy issues. Though it's not that bad either. It's an alright imp to play and get a little bit of benefit out of sometimes. Rage Serum, no, and Branding Right. It's a way to get extra toughness on some of our tanks and stuff. That might be worth picking up. Okay, these I like a lot more. Cannibalize we're often going to have targets for with our imps. Grovel is just solid, giving us a damage shield and some morsels. Prism Retrieval not as much with all the imps in the deck. So it's definitely between these two. We don't have that much room for the morsels, I think, so let's pick up the Grovel. And our deck has gotten a little bit more expensive off of that, but that's okay. And let's see, I can duplicate something. This isn't bad, but I do want to visit the Merchant of Steel and try to improve our units further. With the triple upgrade slots, we can make our units really powerful, so I just want to visit as many Merchants of Steel as possible, basically. Okay, well, more Endless is probably not the way I'm leaning. Yeah, it's not really going to help us much. Attack is fine. We can put that on something like Morsel Master. Health can definitely go on our tank here. And I'll just reroll. Okay, Large Stone again. Yeah, starts to be a little bit awkward. I mean, I could Large Stone the Rail Beater to make it a really strong tank, but you know, maybe that's fine. We do have the... Oh, that's not what I want to do. We have the March of Shields, which lets us move stuff to the front. But it's, man, it's gonna be hard to deploy them though. Once we have 3 large units, I can't play them all before ascending one of them, so it's probably not the way I want to do it. Okay, that's unfortunate. Damage shield 3, I could put that on the Endless Imp, make it a pretty strong temporary tank, even through fragility. And I think I'm okay with that. And then another 10 attack. Let's just put that somewhere. The Morsel Master again, sure. Okay, we have a lot of extra money. I might look to do some purging. Although we do have a Trinket Merchant coming up next time that we could happily visit, though the Vortex is good too. I'll do like one purge. This is cheap still. Get rid of the Train Steward here. Yeah, leaving these large stones on the table isn't great, but I just don't think we can easily fit all that in, so. Okay, 15 armor. We're starting to fight against some big units. I don't know how doable this is. We're pretty rich already, and the extra coins would be nice, but I don't know how critical they are. We just didn't improve our units all that much in that store, so I think we have to keep this off. Okay, that's what we wanted. We have the Endless Imp here as well. And I will actually play it first, I think, just to clear these guys out right away. Don't care that it gets fragile too much. We'll go Queen, Impling, play the Rail Beater up at the top. And I'll actually, well, yeah, this is fine. Let's, oh, but that'll give this guy extra bonus. Maybe that's not worth it. Let's just March Shields. Okay, there's a Collector. Well, we definitely want to play some Implings. I guess we only fit one right now. So I guess that's what I'll do. Play one of these, and then play Horned Warrior back here. Alloy is fine. And none of this really accomplishes much, so... I guess I'll play this. It nets 0, and it gets it out of the way, so that's fine with me. Okay, this is less than stellar. I do want to play the Alpha Fiend, of course, which means I have to play something else first. Though we have the Hidden Passage as well right away, which is great. So, given that, I'll start with, I guess, just an Impling. Then go Alpha Fiend and Ascend it. Still not killing this guy, unfortunately. The Collector actually kind of hurting us there. Okay, we draw our Morsel Master. Our Space Prison definitely wants to get played. How's this floor doing? I mean, it's okay. We can't really do anything here since there's no capacity, so I can't fix it very much. So we'll go Impling, then this guy. Do I want him in the front, though? I think for now I'd rather make some space. Let's do that, and then put this guy here. And not much else I can do, unfortunately. Yeah, we're not really doing enough damage, as it turns out. Okay, here's a Hidden Passage. That will definitely help. I can move this guy out of the way, for example. Unfortunately, this... man. Maybe I should move the Marksman out of the way. So this would knock this back, and then he would take 2 big hits. He could also kill the Marksman with something like a Mind Collapse. And then he's taking all of the damage, though he gains some shield. It's probably the way to do it, so let's send this. Then continue extending that floor. There's no reason to extend anything else. This guy has 140 health. That's terrifying. So this kills for free, so I can spend my energy first. Okay, that's useful. Play 2 of these. Yeah, let's play these guys first. Then that. And then, yeah, I guess I'll just kill this. Deal a little bit of damage at least. Get a small heal there. Alright, this is the sweep boss, which of course makes this imp pretty useless, unfortunately. So, gosh. Not much I can do about that. None of this really helps. Hidden passage doesn't exactly help either. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, this guy's just gonna do what he's gonna do. So, I guess the best I could possibly do is to get some Shade Splitters going and maybe move this Morsel Master and make a lot of them. Let's see what's in these. Damage shield and energy. So I can make 2 damage shields for this. That's maybe good enough, I guess. Let's try it. I can't play anything else with it, so just do that. At least the life still gets used up on this end, which is nice. Alright, we have another Ascend, though I'm not sure how much that helps. I could Ascend this and give it Daze. I would miss out on 90 damage, but give these guys a lot of free time to work. I don't think that's quite as good, though, as just playing some of this other stuff. Although I guess these will just get killed by the sweep, so they don't actually help very much. It's okay. Let's Branding Right you. Actually, no. Let's Branding Right you. This is the sweep is a thing. And sure, I'll play some of these guys. That's fine. I guess sure, I'll send one of these guys to get eaten up here. Hopefully it's good enough. Ooh, it is not. Well, I can give something a damage shield. That ought to help a little bit. Let's see. This guy gets... yeah, it's gotta just be correct to do it here. These, of course, don't do anything. Yeah, we'll just hit them. Alright, well. Can't get much better than that. Okay, that didn't go great. We definitely need some help going forward here. Our options are an Imp in a box, a battering ram, and flame. Don't think those are helpful, unfortunately. Imp in a box is like sort of interesting, but other than making them free, we don't really have great synergies with the Imps, so I think that's a skip. Crucible extension, engine upgrade. I'll take an engine upgrade. We can work that in somehow. Okay, this is a tricky spot. This side is more likely to give us some long-term help between the Cavern and the Trinket Merchant. And this side sort of makes sure we don't die right away with giving us Pyre Health, removing some bad cards, and maybe spending a little bit of the Merchant Magic. Still don't know how we're handling the last boss. We don't really have a good setup. Like, the bottom floor is okay with just putting some imps or whatever in the front, but the top floor is going to have a hard time surviving as the boss, unfortunately. So I don't quite know what we're doing yet. Let's see. Where are we? We're here? Nope, we're here. Okay. 32 health is, like, survivable, but as you saw, the last fight didn't go great, and I anticipate the next one will also end up taking some damage unless we improve pretty drastically. Removing 2 cards would improve us okay, right? We can get rid of a Train Steward and something else. Probably an Impling or a Shade Splitter are both fine removals. And the health helps us, and the Merchant of Magic. I mean, we have a lot of money, so it's bound to do something. Cube events can be strong, trinkets can be strong. It's a tough call. It's a tough call. I think I'll go this way. Just take the sure thing. So we've got Permafrost. Not exactly what I want. I could put it on one of these Ascends, it's okay. I could put on Engine Upgrade since we can't play that right away usually. Man. Yeah, not exciting. 10 magic powers are good. We can put that on the Tumbra Assault. And then cost reduction. I'm pretty happy putting that on Grovel or Branding Right. I think Branding Right, maybe we'll look for double stack on it. And I think I just skip out the Permafrost. It's a little too expensive for what it does for us. There we go, that's good. So, that's good on either of these, but obviously this one consumes and this one doesn't, so we'll get Branding Right up to 40 armor, that'll be really strong. And then, once again, reduce it in cost, that just costs 1. I think that's pretty good. And another 10 magic power on Mind Collapse again, I guess. Just a 0 mana, deal 20, seems fine. And then we'll get rid of Train Steward, and I think Queen's Impling's slightly worse than Shade Splitter. It's close though. Okay. Alright, well the Rally Stone here is particularly awful for us. It does only affect non-morsels, which is good. But I'm still gonna end up being stunned for quite some time, unfortunately. But we need to use the other 2 floors in order to get the hidden passages going, probably. Maybe I can set it up a little differently. I'm wondering too if I'm okay with the Morsel Master being fragile here. He's gonna be at the back anyway, it doesn't matter, and it lets me get doubles of some of this stuff, which could be helpful. Yeah, let's do something a little bit crazy here. We'll go... we'll play Morsel Master first, letting it eat the Fragile, I think. Or I could let the Queen get Fragile. She also doesn't have that much health. And then she'll get a rally bonus from summoning the Morsel Master. Yeah, that sounds okay, actually. That means we want to keep her in the back for sure, so we'll do that. Then give it a damage shield. Yeah. Extend the floor and play all these morsels here. Molting Imp is a good pickup. What's this? Harvest, it's fine. Alright, so let's start with a Molting Imp on the bottom, I think. Clear these guys out. Then I do want to get rid of the weight. And play a few more Implings. Of course, play the Horned Warrior up at the top and continue extending here. Okay, there's another rally thing, that's fine. So yeah, we'll have to deploy this thing here and then try to elevate her through both floors. It's gonna be a little bit tricky, but hopefully doable. Let's see. 2 spots here, so I think we'll go 1 Impling for the summon, and then I guess we have to play the Alpha Fiend here. Oh, I didn't realize I still have an energy left, that's fine. Let's Untumbra you. And fortunately, whatever I play here is going to get eaten by this Impling, so it sucks. Let's give you a damage shield, I guess. Do it like that. Oh, the harvest here actually pretty bad. but not much I can do. I do want to play the Rail Beater, though I of course don't want to play it first. Let's see. Yeah, let's play this first. That's fine. Clear that guy out for us. And here, it's between the Shade Splitter and the Imps. And I think just having another rally trigger is fine, so let's just play one more. Okay, there's one of the hidden passages, and the other one's coming, so that's fine. Let's see, get rid of these. There is something to kill as well, so that's good. Let's play one Impling. Then branding right here. Yep. Then we'll send this, and might as well Mind Collapse somewhere. I guess we'll save the damage here. Sure. Oh, and that gives us enough energy to cast this, but we can't deploy him anywhere, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, there's the other Ascend, so I'll go ahead and ascend the Demon Fiend. So that looks good now, and that gives us lots of space to play with here. Probably want to play Engine Upgrade on the bottom. Let's go over this Impling. Let's Fade Split for energy, kill this, and then I'll play this guy actually on the bottom. It's minorly annoying. I could ascend the Queen. There's only one wave remaining. Would make some sense to hide it behind all this other stuff, and then the Morsel Master will just sort of deal. Yeah, let's do it. Then I'll Branding Right again. And then sing Grovel too. Just let this guy have a whole bunch of morsels. And play a couple of random imps here. Just looking at stacking up as much armor as we can on our tank. 139 is pretty good. I can kill this. Play Shade Splitter. And sure. Do that. Playing with Grovel. Then let's see, I can summon that, kill it, and play a whole bunch more of these. The lifesteal not looking too relevant here. We'll definitely want some of that. And then something like this, sure. 450 damage off of a single unit here is pretty good. Hoping this is enough, and in fact it is. Alright, let's see. So reinforced looking decent now that we have the branding right thing going. Might be interested in that. One Horn's Tome, too expensive. Blazing Bolts, too late and too expensive. I'll try reinforce though. And I guess at this point energy is sort of useful. Though additional draw is still good, to be totally honest. We have the engine upgrade as well to get extra energy. Just making sure we cycle to the cards we actually care about, I think is good. So let's actually go for extra draw. Okay, so we get either an artifact and a magic merchant, or a cave health and a steel merchant. Are the steel merchants still super important is the question. And the answer is yes, so I'm going to keep going to steel merchants, I think. Let's see. So next circle I go magic, money, and duplicate, or remove. The remove's pretty good. Maybe I try to go steal next time and go this way for now. That gives me extra money and an artifact. Yeah, okay, let's do that. Let's see what's in here. Ooh, another double stack, okay. Don't mind that. So that's pretty good. Let's see what our champion can pick up. So we can either get more stats up front and fledgling imps, which let us stack rage, or additional rally and additional health. So with this much extra attack, it's like, what, 4 rallies before that evens out? But then if we're playing fledgling imps instead, they're also giving us attack. I think this might be better. It's also buffing another unit on the floor. Let's try the rage imp here. Wow, a 4th upgrade slot for units, or additional 7 energy on the first turn of battle. It's gonna be hard to fill 4 upgrade slots, but we also don't need the energy on the first turn too much, really. So, sure, let's go nuts. Alright, so additional double stack. I think I'd just do that on the March of Shields, and then reduce the cost. That seems fine. They're trying to do the armor synergy thing. I don't want these to consume, so I won't do that one. Do I reroll here or save my cash? I think it's worth it. There could be something strong. Well, it's permafrost, so it's not that good. Cost reduction. This I do want to be slightly cheaper, even though we only play it once. And then I'm gonna chill out on the magic power. We're doing okay there. Just save the money for the steel merchant next time that our units have 4 upgrade slots. Oh wait, was that? Okay, I didn't realize we're hitting the final circle. Well, that's fine. Okay, 8 attack for 400 coins. 400 coins obviously helpful. 8 attack's scary though. It doesn't look like there's any multi-strikers here, so we do get the body block with the imps reasonably well. And hope the top floor does okay with the rail beater situation. 8 is a lot of attack, but I think, gosh, do I try this? There's already gonna be collectors here that are giving me like 100 gold. I think I'm gonna be safe and keep this off, even though I could use the money. It's just so much attack. Okay, so this is kind of a bad situation. We didn't draw any imps or anything to begin with, though the Mind Collapse here will be nice, letting us net extra energy. So I have to decide what to make fragile, and it's likely the queen again. That just makes the most sense. Looks like the top floor is smaller as well, which kind of sucks. Yeah, I think I'll make her fragile. And hope that this is good enough. So, go her first, Morsel Master in the front, then I can deploy these units, go Horned Warrior at the top, Rail Beater in the middle, Mind Collapse there, and now put a damage shield on this thing. And I get to play some of these, so let's just be safe and double up the damage shield, and then we'll give 4 attack to you. there's the first collector. It is sort of important that I actually get those, so I have to think about how I'm going to accomplish that. And it's not looking good at the moment. I can't play the Imp up there while also playing an Alpha Fiend, just because there's not room. So... tough choices. Definitely playing that. The extra rage here will help. Then... yeah. Getting the Alpha Fiend down is pretty critical, so I probably have to do that. Oh wait, that'll kill because this will push the back, of course. So we're actually fine here. That will kill the collector for me. And then I'll go ahead and give this extra armor and play the Endless Imp here, I think. Looks good. And that's all I can afford, so there we go. Okay. Space Prism is an obvious start. And then we'll want to play some of these other Imps. And I think I actually... yeah, I'm actually going to go here, and then here, and just start stacking rage on everything on this floor as much as possible. Ooh, we're not killing the collector here. That's not good, but I can't do anything about it, fortunately. Do this. You're not taking that much damage either. This floor doesn't need any extra space, so I can engine upgrade here for the future turns. Yeah, that looks accurate. Okay, taking some damage here. Despite the double extra draw, we're still not finding all the cards we need in time. Though we are getting some stuff added to our deck, which is hurting, of course. Okay. Wow, both hidden passages are at the very bottom. Like, come on, man. Oh, this is bad. This guy's gonna hurt. Okay, well, there's only so much I can do here, unfortunately. I do get to play this Fledgling Imp, which still doesn't quite do enough, unfortunately. Oh, I get a Space Prism as well. Should have, of course, played that first. Let's get rid of this. Let's see. 7. No, this is gonna die. So 11, 11, 44 is not nearly enough, no matter what. So it doesn't really matter which one of these I play here. In the meantime, we at least get to make this thing pretty huge, so that part's nice, but we're just not doing enough damage is the problem. But yeah, I'll play this, why not? Okay, there's the hidden passages. Definitely have to play all those, so we got 2 slots here, and we have 2 damaging units, okay? So, I have to go ascend, and then move to the front. It's still not even killing this guy, man, our damage is bad. Alright, in the meantime, we can go Queen Zimpling, Fledgling him, get rid of this, and clear out, I guess you. These don't really do anything, let's just play them. Lord, are we even gonna survive this? We do, we'll need to find some serious damage in the next circle, but it looks like we actually will not. So, looks like we failed this particular challenge once again. Man, Just cannot get what I need here. Why is my damage so bad? I guess these guys just aren't upgraded well enough. Maybe I skipped the steel merchant I shouldn't have. Okay, well that's unfortunate. I feel like we played around the challenge part itself pretty well, and just our deck didn't quite come together like it needed to. So that wasn't great. I'll probably try this again, but save that for another video. For now, thank you for watching, and I'll see you for the next one.